It don't cost you nothing.
Good afternoon, y'all. Good afternoon. Hi, baby. Wish I was home with you and Zay. Love you. Hi, everyone. Yeah, he just went outside. He finally got bored. Hi, Donna McClinton. Hi, Barbara Weaver. Hi, Lorraine. How's it going, sweethearts? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day outside. Lipstick on my teethuses. Hi, Lisa's World. How are you? Oh, let me turn on my music. I'm getting better at this. I'm remembering sooner. Put this music on. Turn it down a little bit first. There we go. So how is y'all's day today? Oh, namaste. Okay, namaste. I'm doing wonderful, Lisa. Hi, Fonda. You know what? Namaste. Lorraine is my middle name. Hi, drop in the Kirsty. How are you, sweetheart? Did you get what I sent you? I want to make sure you got it. Faith. Hi, Faith. Hi, Charles. I hear you. I hear Charles. I'm with you. I'm with you on this one. That's what I'm talking about. So definitely rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner. I am here to say what I got to say because I'm not going with the narrative out there. Oh, great, Kirsty. You are so welcome. Hi, Tracy. How is it going? Yeah, Charles, I totally understand what you're saying. Charles said, just saying hi, but sorry I can't stay for this topic. Rest in peace. And I understand. It's a touchy subject, but I'm sorry. I got to say what I got to say. I'm not flying with that narrative out there. Welcome back, Jen. You guys had a wonderful time in Hawaii. Wonderful time. Hi, Urban. Good to see you guys. Absolutely not, Charles. There is none. That's what I believe. I don't believe there is a conspiracy. And that's what I'm standing 10 toes down on. But somebody got to say it. It's not the popular thing right now to say. Hi, Leanne Newman. Yeah, it may not be the most popular thing to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm not riding that narrative. I can't. It's mean. It's insensitive. That's my own take on it. I won't be saying much today, but I'm going to say enough. So, Jess, you had a ball. Are you still burnt? I saw your video. You said usually I get dark, but now I'm burnt. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. I got to get some new glasses, though, Kirsty. I do. It's time to switch up. Extra crispy. You visited the Colonel down there. Hi, Millionaires Cove. Extra crispy. Everyone, come on in. Take your shoes off. Kick back, relax, get you a beverage, something to snack on. I got something to snack on. I got some Lay's sweet Southern Heat barbecue flavored potato chips. This is gonna be my dinner tonight. Because I gotta shed some pounds. Because this is not the business. I got my chips. Yes, I do. These are so good. These are so good. They're different from regular barbecue. They got a little sweet taste to them. Oh, you love Cheetos. Kirsty, I love some Cheetos too. I love the white cheddar Cheetos. I was so addicted to them things. Oh my God. I should have owned stock in them. Oh, you're eating salmon croquettes? I'm jealous millionaire. Yep. Chips for dinner. Lay's. Thank you, Jess. Thank you so much. I found it in the closet and I said, I ain't worn this one before. I better wear it now while I can fit it. And I barely fit it. Ooh. They are, Kirsty. You can't find them in every store. But when you find them, you get as many as you can. Because they're hard to find sometimes. And they are so good. Oh my God, they're so good. They've got a sweet taste to them. It's just like they say, sweet Southern Heat barbecue flavored. It's not hot, but it's got a... Oh, I know they ain't gonna help the diet. Just work with me, Faith. You just blew it. I know they ain't gonna help the diet. Everyone has pipe dreams. Well, I figure if I didn't eat nothing else today, so I'll just eat a few of them to kind of balance it out. Leave me alone now. Leave me alone. Let me ponder. Oh my goodness, Faith just blew it for me. Oh goodness. It's always one gotta point out the truth. Hey LaWanda, how are you, sweetheart? Wonderful to see you today. Where am I going? Nowhere. I put this dress on because I figured, hey, I haven't worn it before. It's just a summer dress. And it's really hot. So, it'd give me a chance to cool off and look, presentable at the same time. Thank you, Millionaires Code. Child, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to go from this room to the room across the hall. That's where I'm going. I might, divert to the kitchen first. Then I'll come back up and I'll go back in my room. I ain't going nowhere. My husband is at a church conference right now. I said, you do you, boo-boo. Amen to that. Truth tellers, no hate. How's the church conference doing, babe? You still in here? Are you able to stay awake? Tell the truth. Tell the truth, boo. I need you to stay awake at least so you can get here safely. Did you know she came out with another apology this time to him, telling him he loved her and she was sorry for what she did only because folks said she had no remorse? Who we talking about, sweetheart? Okay, did you know, let me put this up because you know I'm blind. Did you know she came out with another apology, this time to him, telling him he loved her and she was sorry for what she did only because folks said she had no remorse? I'm not clear as to who this person is. Can you clarify that for me, LaWanda? Oh, okay, I get it now. Yeah, that was a corny, that was a corny apology. Yeah. Too much, too little, too late to ever try again. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's time to kick that to the curb. I'd run faster than any track meet away from her. If I was him, I would pretend I was in the Olympics and run away. I hear you, sweetheart. I get it. I know exactly who you're talking about. Little Miss Fast. Little Miss Fast thing. She's fast. One. She is fast. But if I was him, I would be faster. Going the other way. Trouble. That's when you start singing that song. I'm so glad trouble don't last always. Run. Did I just see Camille? Where's Camille? Where is Camille at? I didn't see. Was I too busy running my mouth? There you are. Hi, Camille. There's Catherine. Hello, sweetheart. Tracy Shorter. Dawn. She's a vamp. Always on the run. Remember that song? I don't know if you can remember this song. Long time ago. Remember Sonny and Cher? Cher Bono. She had a song that she used to sing, something along the lines of, she's a vamp, a scamp, and a bit of a tramp. She was a V-A-M-P, vamp. I had no idea at the time what a vamp was. Hi, Patricia. How are you, sweetheart? Barbara Weaver's in the house. Y'all, boy, she got some beautiful grandbabies. I'm telling you the truth. Yes, her show was Sonny and Cher. Yeah. Hi, Terry Abbott. How are you, love? Good. Wait, did I speak to Urban? Urban, did I speak to you? If I didn't, charge it to my head, not my heart. We can, Fonda. We can definitely talk about the cruise tonight. Hi, Retretta. Your home is calling. Retretta says, my home is calling for me. I can hear it calling me. My home is calling for me. Oh, yes, I can definitely take something from R. Kelly. Yeah, my husband must have gone back into the service or whatever they're doing, because he didn't answer. Yeah, Retretta been ready. Just came back. Did you just say it? That person's name? No, I didn't say her name, but I knew who you was talking about, though. Yeah, Retretta is ready to go. She gonna shoot out of there like the road runner, the coyote chasing her, running up out of there. Go, time to go home. Yes, ma'am. Wonderful. I am so happy for you that you're going home. Ooh, that's kind of bitter. Okay, Lorraine. I'm just jumping all over the place reading all these different messages. So please don't take it personal if I don't say anything right away, because I'm jumping everywhere. I'm glad to see my girls back, though. My girl Jess is back. I missed you. I missed you so much, sweetheart. But I wasn't gonna call you on vacation, because then I would have been like, can I come too? I wouldn't be able to, but I could always ask. Faith said, sorry guys, if your name don't light up when I respond. My typing sucks and all this extra is a bit much. It is, isn't it? I don't know why they had to mess with it. How's Memes doing, Jess? She had a ball too. It was 21 of y'all. Isn't that a blessing, y'all, that a family can get together and go on a vacation to celebrate someone's birthday? That's love. That is definitely love. Some of us, we be lucky if 5 people go. I ain't got no money to be going to there. Why? And somebody gonna buy my ticket for me. Sit down. And I'm not saying all families is like that, but it's a blessing to have a family like that. Memes is good. 21 of us. Auntie's 88th birthday. Yes, she will. I saw those videos. I saw when she started dabbing in her eyes. You guys really touched her heart. Especially that second day when more people were showing up. And she was like, oh. It was so sweet. She's so sweet. And she was hanging with y'all. She did better than I could. She was out there at that swap meet and everything. Yeah, I'd have been sitting in the car. Y'all find something for me. I can't walk that much. Go knock yourself out. Yeah, but Auntie was hanging with the rest of them. Did you get to go to the casino down there, Jess? There was no casino there. Oh, that's torture. Exactly, Barbara. That's the most when families really get together, is when somebody leave up out of here. That's when you start seeing family you ain't seen in years. No casino? Oh, no. No, I'm glad I didn't follow you. G Money, how is it going, G? G Money, G Money, G Money, G Money. I'm doing great, Terry. How are you, love? You know what, Faith, you're right. Some people, they don't even want to go to the funerals no more. I can't stand funerals. There's It's too much. But you still gotta go and pay your respects. But God, sometimes it can be so depressing. Unless you are really sending someone home, you know where they going. There's every now and then you got those family members you kind of like, not sure. Not sure. Only 2 auntie remaining. We had to celebrate and surprise her. She was in complete shock. She called me day before and said she wished me and sister would go to Hawaii. Little did she know. Oh, I bet she was so surprised. She talked to you the day before. Wow. That was quite a surprise. Y'all pulled it off. And I like that second resort you guys stayed at. Barbara says, because I saw all my family at my little cousin's funeral this past Thursday. It was so nice. Her uncle is the mayor, so she had a packed house. Even like the whole town came out. Wow. Yeah, that resort was beautiful. Yes. I like that little barbecue pit they had set up down there. G Money. Let's go slots. That's something that YouTube did. If you notice on your channel, your @ sign is different from, the name you might have given yourself for your channel. And now they're using that channel sign, or that @ sign, whatever's there. That's what they're using in the chats now. It's throwing people way off. Yes, they are, Faith. Those are real homegoing. When you know where they going. Yes, Darlene, we gonna talk about Malcolm. Nick Gold, hello, sweetie. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, G Money. There's a way that you can. I'm sorry, I keep referring to you as G Money. Wait, did y'all hear that? Hold on just a second. What was that noise? Zavion. Okay, that scared me. I think that was my neighbor. I think he was dragging his garbage can out there, but that scared me. It sounded like it was my garage door opening. But yeah, YouTube really needs to stop Millionaire's Code. They really need to stop. They need to because a lot of people had their real names in that @ sign, okay? They don't want their real name out there like that when they go into a chat. So if you ever want to change that, you guys, you have to go into your channel, and then you want to go into your description and hit the edit button next to the description, I think. And there's videos on YouTube that show you step by step what you can do to change that @ sign. You can change that. You can edit it and make it what you want it to read. So yeah. But anyway, I think I'll just jump right into what I'm going to talk about today. I don't have notes. I don't have videos. I just have what I have to say. You want to change yours, sweetheart? I don't blame you, LaWanda. If you can't figure it out by going into your description and editing in your description, there are videos on YouTube. You just want to put it in the search bar, how to edit my channel name or my channel tag, I think is what they call it. Something like that. But it's pretty easy. It can be changed. Definitely. Yeah, some people just don't want their full name out there, and I don't blame them. If you set it up a certain way, then YouTube should keep it that way. Don't be throwing no monkey wrenches into people. So anyway, I wanted to come on and talk about the narrative of Malcolm Jamal Warner and his recent death. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you so much. Now, first of all, this is not a direct insult of any kind to any content creator out there. I'm not calling names or none of that, because every content creator has their own platform and what they choose to talk about, and that's their opinion, okay, as are the opinions of their followers. So this is no shade against anybody. This is just where I'm coming from and how I feel. And I'm not asking anybody or trying to convince anybody to think otherwise. But I will say that you've got one content creator that does this regularly, but you've got the hangers on. You know what I'm saying? Rather than come up with their own content, they want to jump on that bandwagon without knowing what they're talking about. You follow me? Now, whatever the narrative might be on someone's platform, I still have a compassion for the family. And I'm sure you guys all know my story. I'm sure you guys know my story about my son and how he lost his life the same way. Yeah. Yes, Dawn. I know what happened with him. And it was very, very, very similar to, Urban. I think, I know that it's very similar to what happened with my son. And it's almost like seeing this narrative coming about on YouTube. And I know that if he were not a celebrity, they wouldn't think twice about talking about it like this. You see what I'm saying? And I honestly don't believe that every black person that is a celebrity dies under suspicious circumstances. Oh, thank you. Thank you, love. Adding all the extra. I just, if that's what you want to do, at least be sensitive enough to wait a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was just so quickly, so soon. And these people are grieving. you're going after the mother, you're going after the wife. I couldn't imagine if somebody came after me and accused me of being involved with my son's death. I think I would lose my shit. I really would. Because especially from a mother's standpoint, that's your baby. But I heard another content creator say today, and it really angered me, I ain't gonna lie. She quoted what the mother had said. I wrote it down too. She said that the mother says his job was complete. He transitioned in the water. He didn't suffer. And then the next thing that was said by this individual, which I'm not naming no names, was, that's a damn lie. I'm sorry. That is very insensitive. First of all, who are you to say what's a lie and what's not? You're a YouTuber. This woman made a statement about her dead son. She said his job was complete. Yep. You know who I'm talking about, Catherine. That woman said his job is complete. Now, those of us who know the Lord know exactly what she was talking about. Yes. Absolutely, Faith. Absolutely. And just, I'm like this, all money ain't good money. All money ain't good money. And if I see something, I'm going to say something. What's wrong is wrong. I ain't going to love you no less, but I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Take it or leave it. It's my opinion, just like their narratives are their opinion. I still love them as brothers and sisters. But I gotta say it. It's not my thing. It's not my thought process. Now, Angie Stone. Angie Stone has been brought up in this narrative as well. But the two they're not the same. Because as you guys remember, Angie Stone came out and she dropped some serious nuggets on her live streams, indicating that she had been stolen from. Her royalties had been stolen from her, and she knew who stole from her. This was a totally different situation. Yes, I agree, Jamal. Angie Stone's situation was very much different because she came out with her truth, her specific truth, and she told the world what was going on with her. Malcolm Jamal Warner had a podcast. Hello, McGold. I think that's Marzella. How are you, sweetheart? They have a different name for you right now, but I know who you are. I see that beautiful face in that picture. So good to see you, love. I lost track of what I was going to say, but sorry. Malcolm Jamal Warner had a podcast, We Not All Hood. We Not All Hood is not a title of exposing. You see what I'm saying? From what I gathered from the name of that title? Is it we ain't all ratchet? We ain't all, we are as a people, we are an upstanding community of people. In other words, we ain't all out there doing the doggone thing stupid. We ain't all acting crazy. You see what I'm saying? You can't equate him and what he was doing with what Angie Stone was dealing with. Angie Stone had been wronged. Hello, Cora. How are you, sweetie? Angie Stone had been wronged big time. So much money. Malcolm Jamal Warner, to my knowledge, maybe if y'all know something I don't know, let me know. But Malcolm Jamal Warner was not hurting for acting gigs. He was not hurting for performance gigs, anything of that nature. He didn't have some kind of crazy situation going on with him that he had to come out and divulge to the world. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing even close to Angie Stone's situation. I think so too, Faith. But see, when I see other women do this, it's very disheartening. It's very disheartening. As a mother, as a wife, I couldn't imagine being either of those people right now. And some of the nasty things that are being said about them. How's it going, Nadine? I couldn't imagine having to grieve my loved one with all this other stuff going on out there. And then you wonder why they didn't publicize the funeral. Exactly, Faith. She needed help. She was reaching out. She was letting people know, look, somebody did me wrong. That's why I went into the Angie Stone sector. I honestly went into the Angie Stone sector to get down to the bottom of who stole that woman's money. And we all know what it turned into. Hello, Sloan. How's it going, love? So good to see you. Do Malcolm know something about Bill Cosby? I don't know, Terry. But from all intents and purposes, he never came out and said anything derogatory about Bill Cosby in any of his interviews or anything like that. But it's just, I don't know if this is a human nature thing or if this is just a community thing or if this is just us, that we want to look at the worst of the worst when it comes down to us. You see what I'm saying? Not considering those that are left behind. Me either, Donna. Me either. I'm going to stand 10 toes. I'm going to stand 10 toes down and declare until somebody can show me different. And I'm not talking about a YouTuber. I'm talking about somebody that has law enforcement background that may seem to think that there's something wrong. He was wanting his royalties from the Cosby Show, and he was about to expose back on the day. Also, now parents have to sign. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying, Retretta. So he was coming out talking about his royalties from when he was a kid. I get it, Faith. I get it. And he wasn't a derogatory person. Sloan said, check out the video that Sloan Bella put out about Malcolm. That woman doesn't pull any, you mean punches? Hilo candles. You know, whether I don't know. I mean, it just makes it seem so. It makes my heart ache for the mother, for the wife, for that girl, that baby girl. They're looking into every little thing. Exactly, Donna. They're looking into every little thing as being nefarious, dark, conspiratory. The fact that they had a private funeral. I heard this person say, what are they trying to hide? They trying to get away from fools like you. It's called privacy. Are we not thinking? Everything ain't about a YouTube check. Everything is not about riling people up to change the narrative. I just think it's wrong. I do. And I'm going to stand 10 toes down for it. I'm not saying that I'm against any particular content creator. I'm not. Absolutely Millionaire's Code. It doesn't have to be this way. I've heard his poetry, sweetheart. It was very beautiful poetry. But I cannot connect that poetry to what happened to him. And I think maybe if you guys understood where I'm coming from a different place. I lost a son the same way. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that there's no possibility. But coming from my standpoint, that's all I'm saying. That's right, Dawn. You just never know. But I know how I felt when my son passed. He passed the same way. And I put myself in the shoes of his mother and saying, wow, my son is gone. If somebody were to come and accuse me of being a part of that, I would lose my shit. This is true. American law enforcement does have no jurisdiction. But does that mean automatically that the family did this to him? Hello, Prophetic Proverbs. How are you, sweetie? There's just some things you just gotta at least give it a Jesus. It seems as though not 2 days passed before this narrative came out. That's all I'm saying. And it's not fair. It's not fair. And even though they don't have law enforcement from America over there are such things as private investigators that can go and get that same information. Thank you, Nadine. Thank you so much. I know crazy things happen in today's day and age. But you can't just say each and every time someone of our community passes that it's something dark and conspiratory. And for one person to establish that, and then you got the band, those that are jumping on the bandwagon, playing off of this other person. At least I can say that this one here has his own content. I'm going to give him his props on that one. He comes up with his own content. Everybody else is just jumping on the bandwagon, taking his content and running with it, adding their little spiel to it. Yes, there has been a lot said about the accident. That's because so many people are giving their narrative. This person said this happened. Somebody over here said this happened. Next thing you know, you hear a whole lot of word salad. No, he doesn't have to be a famous child actor. But that doesn't mean that he was deleted because he was famous. That's all I'm saying. Because you are a celebrity does not necessarily make you an automatic target. That's all I'm saying. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. I honestly believe if something was wrong, it would be found out. Exactly, Leanne. And that's exactly what I'm saying. There's a lot of speculation. Hello, prophetic Proverbs. I see you, sweetheart. Right. Notes is not really studying anything. Taking notes is not study. That's just notes. But I mean, let's put some things together and make sense of it. That's all I'm saying. And have a little bit more compassion for the family. Yes. Exactly, Faith. That's exactly where I'm coming from. There might come a time where this might be the case. If it's something similar to this might be the case. But after a while, it's going to be so much the norm. People are going to go, oh, well, yeah. I've heard that before. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to speculate and look at the worst of the worst. Oh, thank you, Marzella. Thank you so much for the $20 super sticker. Well, Barbara, I don't know who built it, but one can only assume what they want to assume. People are going to assume what they want to assume because that's what they want to know. That's what they want it to be. Yeah, I heard all about the Blair Witch Project thing and all that stuff, but that's still speculation. We don't know that to be true. Did anybody see someone go out there and build it and set it on fire and do witchcraft around? It's all still speculation. It's all still speculation. I think some of us go through life looking through a different set of lenses or something, and you know, you see so many movies and so many different things have happened and stuff, and yeah, the Blair Witch Project. People have built those things too to make campfires. I've seen that happen too. So we don't know who built that and why. All we know is that it's out there. But who's to say it has anything to do with him? Again, we're just taking one thing and trying to place it with him. Thank you, Nadine. And again, I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. I'm not trying to insult nobody's intelligence. I'm not trying to do that at all. But I'm just giving my own honest opinion. It's easy to get hyped. Yeah. And you know, we all loved him just like we loved Angie. Yes, they are leaving off in Retretta. Yes. But you notice something, Retretta? When Gene Hackman, I'm going to go back to Gene Hackman. Hold on just a second, Barbara. Let me address this real quick. When Gene Hackman and his wife died, it looked weird. But you see how soon they got down to the bottom of that? And it made perfect sense when they got down to the bottom of it. It didn't take weeks or months for them to figure out what happened. That's where I have the problem. When it comes to us, yes, things might look a certain kind of way, but guess what? If it's investigated properly and quickly, it'll take away all that room for speculation. Barbara, you said, did you see it, Auntie? What are you talking about? Which did I see what, sweetheart? People are saying that because that area of Costa Rica is where they do a lot of witchcraft. They do a lot of witchcraft right here in the United States. All over the place. It doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, Donna. Sloan said they wanted the land. Gene Hackman. Who wanted the land, Sloan? You talking about his family, his kids? Because I know the thing with Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman had Alzheimer's. His wife was much younger. She was his caregiver. And she came down with this crazy Hunter's disease or Hunter's virus that had something to do with feces from rodents in that big mansion. But that's how she was, medically, she dropped right where she stood in that bathroom. People couldn't figure out, well, why did two dogs live and one was dead? Well, one was dead because he was locked in a cage in the bathroom or in the closet. I'm sorry. He starved to death. That's how the dog died. Jean dropped dead because she dropped dead first. He couldn't tend to him. He's got Alzheimer's. He can't take care of himself. And that's all I'm saying. At some point in time, you have to look at things reasonably before you can jump to anything else that could be possible, more so than the reasonable part. Yeah, I saw the burnt shrine. If that was a burnt shrine, people also build those things to burn for what do they call them? God, they do it on college campuses. Bonfires. That is also how you can build a bonfire on the beach. So there's more than one possibility. But it's the seeds that are being planted that make people think one way when it could actually be something else. Now, that thing on the beach that people are referring to as what looks like witchcraft is actually also indicative of the remnants of a bonfire. Right, Leanne. That's all I'm saying. There's always more than one explanation. There's always more than one explanation. Many people have gone to college campuses, especially around homecoming, and they have those big bonfires. Of course, they're huge. They build them way, way up, and they, keep the fire burning. So, henceforth, you have burnt wood. That's one explanation. But nobody took the time to think of that possibility. It was automatically, oh, that looks like witchcraft or Blair Witch Project, because we've seen so many movies. You know what I'm saying? But it's the seeds that are being planted that lead up to these things. And that's all I'm saying, y'all. Let's just use our critical thinking. Let's just use our critical thinking. I'm not telling you how to think, because you're going to think the way you want to think. But I'm going to say it the same way I said about Angie. Angie's death, yes, I believe it was caused by someone else. But I do not believe, and I'm going to say this again, I do not believe that man intentionally did that to her. I think he flipped that van for other reasons. And what happened to her was as a result of what he was trying to do. Point blank period, Lethal was a straight up criminal. Can somebody tell me who the criminal is in the Malcolm Jamal Warner case? Are there any criminals involved? Why did they go into seclusion? I could honestly say why. If it were me and I was being accused that soon in the game, if I was being accused of being a part of my husband's death, I would go into seclusion too. I've always said what I thought about Lethal. Ain't nobody else's speculation or anything. It's just my opinion. I think Lethal was trying to get paid by flipping that van. by either Mercedes or the 18-wheeler company. And Angie was a casualty, an unexpected casualty. That's what I believe. Where is that same thing with Jamal? I mean, Malcolm. But Barbara, in the same token, let me tell you about people going where they shouldn't be going when they go to places like that. And I'm going to use my son as another example. My son drowned at a part of the lake that was off limits. He was not in a swimming area. That's why they have parts of beaches and stuff that they don't want people to swim at. And you don't necessarily see signs and stuff like that. But nevertheless, it's still the same situation. If you go somewhere that you should not be, there's a reason you shouldn't be in that area. My son thought he could handle it. He's gone. There's nothing we can do to change that. Why not? Privacy. He's a celebrity, right? We don't know why people do what they do. Maybe they wanted privacy. It's not for us to speculate and say what's right or wrong for them. If they as a family went somewhere that other people may not have necessarily went, then that's on them. That's their prerogative. What do you mean by his handler? Oh, I know, Fonda. Tracy, you said he kept Tanisha private because she was his handler. What do you mean by that? I'm just trying to understand what a handler is, because I hear that a lot, but I don't understand what they mean by that. Can you explain that to me? Because I really don't know what a handler is. She was paid to keep an eye on him. And who was paying her? I mean, where's the proof of that? Wasn't that his wife? Why do people want to call me right now? Sorry about that. They did have signs. Yes, they probably did have signs, Barbara. That don't stop people from going where they want to go. Was she the right arm of the gatekeepers? I want to know where all this is coming from. I mean, we're saying that she was his handler and all this stuff. Well, where does it say that? Did she fill out some kind of a handler application I don't know about? I mean, wasn't that his wife? Yes, Alfreda. Lethal Carter flipped a vehicle before. He was known for doing things like that. He was a, what do they call a professional stuntman. Thank you, Nadine. And that's all I'm saying. I understand, Urban. I understand, Urban. But a video doesn't quite cut it for me. I'm sorry. Until you are in the mindset of those people, I can't come to conclusions like that based on a video or there was no sign. You know, again, I know what I dealt with. No proof of marriage record on file. Does that mean that they didn't love each other because they weren't married? Okay, I understand that. But they were together, correct? They were a couple. Allegedly, she is not married to him. And where does this come from, though? I'm hearing people say things, but nobody's coming with receipts. I was with my husband for 10 years before we got married. So does that mean that our union didn't mean anything until we physically got married, even though we had 2 kids together? If something would have happened to him, would I have automatically been suspect because we weren't married? I'm still not. And see, that's another thing, Barbara. I'm hearing different stories about his daughter. One story says his daughter was there, another one says she wasn't. Somebody don't know what they're talking about. That's all I'm saying. There's too many stories floating around out there, and everybody's talking about everything. But the family is being targeted. Okay, Tracy, I understand what kind of receipts, dear, because I haven't been watching. I'm not going to say that I've been watching, Tracy, because I haven't. So if you could educate me on some of these receipts, maybe I can get an understanding of why the narrative is going the way it is. One thing is that her legal name? I don't know. I mean, they go by different names and stuff. I don't know. But maybe you can educate me on some of those receipts. Right, I understand that part, Catherine. Yes. Yes, exactly, Leanne. I kept my maiden name too. I just added my husband's at the end. But I'm not trying to dispute or anything. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to argue with nobody. I'm trying to come from a place of common sense. Without extra narratives. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a narrative for the rest of this life, so I will back it. Lawanda, sweetheart, please give me your opinion, because you might have some information that I don't know, because I haven't been following it like maybe you have or someone else has. Hi, Brenda Gordon. TMZ puts out conflicting stories as well. See, that's the problem. All of these conflicting stories, and they muddy the waters. But in the meantime, innocent people are hurting. And I'm not saying who's innocent, who's not. But I'm saying everybody can't be the bad guy. And what if they're not? And being dragged. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I'll do that, Catherine. I'll do that. I'll go back and look. But I'm just coming from a standpoint of I've been in those shoes. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you're right, Leanne. We don't know the truth. We don't know the whole story. Who are the innocent people you were referring to? How about the daughter? I'm sure the baby's not involved in this. And I'm not even necessarily so much concerned about what's coming from that particular content creator. Let me just clarify. I have a problem with the other ones that have added. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should clarify that part right now. Because some of the things I'm hearing from that another content creator, it actually kind of pisses me off. Exactly. That baby girl ain't got nothing to do with this in terms of her involvement. She didn't cause this. But I just wanted to give my 2 cents on that. She filed a lawsuit 2 years ago after a child was born that doctor didn't treat childbirth. She claimed she was in a lot of pain. She put Malcolm name on the lawsuit. And I don't quite understand what you're saying, Annette. Who filed a lawsuit? The daughter who is not his is probably in a dire situation right now. So that daughter that was on vacation with them there is not his daughter? TMZ was the first to put out a false story. Then paperwork started digging and everything. He said they would come out with a story based on what paperwork was talking about. Sorry about that. So the daughter, who is not his, is probably in a dire situation right now. What do you mean by that, sweetheart? How is she in a dire situation? Is someone coming after her? I'm still not clear on. She's not safe. And she's not safe from whom, sweetie? Do we know who she's not safe from, Tracy? You're right about that, Barbara. They be stealing content. They be stealing content. And then they put their own spin on it. How you gonna tell a woman who just buried her son that she's a lie because she said that God, that his time was up, or he whatever she said. I wrote it down too. His mother stated that his job was complete. He transitioned in the water. He didn't suffer. How can you fix your mouth to say that's a damn lie? His time wasn't up. Well, last I heard, God determines whose time is up. If God took him, it was his time. We don't have a say as to whether or not his time was not up or not. Oh, he had so much left to do. This is what I'm hearing this other person say. He had a lot more stuff to do. Well, guess what? It wasn't meant for him to do it if God said, come on, son. Exactly, Faith. Absolutely, Urban. You want to come up here, Urban? I will share the link. Hold on just a second. Anybody want to come up and give their, opinion about this? I'm putting it right there in the chat. Auntie would write something like that. Write something like what, sweetheart? I missed that one. What would I write about? The wife put all their itinerary on social media in February, telling where all their locations would be in Costa Rica. Yes, Fonda, I understand. All I get to say is when he called the phone, the woman answered was not Malcolm's mom. That was someone pretending to be the mom. Oh, hi, Crystal. Faith said, I was born underwater with $3.06. Like what Pamela wrote. Okay, so I didn't see what Pamela wrote, sweetheart. I just heard about a phone call. And maybe I misinterpreted what was said. I'm just, I heard this other content creator flying off the handle saying that she's a damn lie and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, huh? Okay. Barbara said that. Okay, I'm going to put this up because I can't see that small writing. The mom's statement came out after paperwork called her. She cussed him out and told him she didn't care what happened and she didn't have a son, but it didn't sound like his mom. Do we know what his mom sounds like, huh? The mom's statement came out after paperwork called her. She cussed him out and told him she didn't care what happened and she didn't have a son, but it didn't sound like his mom. So did she give a statement after she cussed him out? Maybe that's what I'm trying to understand. Yes, you guys, please come up and let's have a discussion. She was a white lady. Did she FaceTime or something? Was she on FaceTime? You could tell she was a white woman? I saw her speak before on another issue, and this was not her on that phone. Okay, so here. Okay, Deborah said, plus the things she was saying to paperwork was strange. What exactly did she say that was strange, sweetheart? Because now we've got one person saying it wasn't her voice, and someone else is saying the thing she was saying to paperwork was strange. So I'm trying to get an understanding how this makes you come to the conclusion that she was involved with her son's demise. Hello, Urban.
Hi, Auntie. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, sweetheart?
Okay. I just come up here because I wanted to say to the family in the chat, because it's beginning to be like a deeper conversation. There's a lot to type. So I'm encouraging everyone else to come up here. Auntie does not require for you to show your face. You can just get up here and express and talk it out because it can be confusing because it's more than one person in the chat saying different things and not saying that Auntie is not keeping up, but at least it'd be more expressive of exactly what you mean. Because when you're chatting, you're not saying everything all at once. You're just putting words there enough to keep it short and simple. So that's all. I just wanted to come and invite what you have. It's your platform, Auntie, but I'm just saying it's better for Auntie if you all come up and really express. You're going into deeper words in the chat. Come up so you can just talk it out. That's all I'm saying, Auntie.
I appreciate you, sweetheart. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I'm gone.
All right, love. So did anybody else want to come up and give their, because I would love to hear your side, really. I would like to get your an understanding. I put my personal opinion out there. You're entitled to yours too. I would love for you to come up. Okay, Retretta. No common law wife, if that means anything. Handler is someone that make the rules or orders, handle money. It's is that person was paid by Pamela, his mom. His mother introduced them. So they weren't together, they weren't married, they weren't boyfriend and girlfriend, fiance, nothing like that. Okay, I get it, Luan. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. Okay. But you see how things can get twisted, you know? Okay, Retretta. I get it, sweetheart. I get it. I think my biggest problem is not with that content creator. I'm just gonna call him by name, Paperwork. Paperwork has his platform. Okay. I enjoy Paperwork. I really do. It's the hangers-on. Those are the ones that kind of get on my last nerves, because they turn it up even more. You know what I'm saying? I just think that anything that Paperwork can come up, to solve can be damaged with other commentary from those that are stealing his content. If that makes any sense. Y'all follow me? Now, Paperwork has receipts, and God bless him. But there's people out there with not nan receipt. They just going off of what he says without even having the correct context. That's all I'm saying. Too many hands in the cookie jar. Too many pitchers of Kool-Aid, don't know what flavor it is. And LaWanda, sweetheart, I appreciate all your input tonight. I really do. I appreciate it. Because I got a little bit clearer understanding from you. Okay, Barbara, I'm going to put the link in the chat. You are certainly free to come up, sweetheart. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Okay. Okay, sweetie, I put the link in the chat for you. Drowning is the leading cause of death for children, particularly ages 1 to 4, according to Red Cross. I don't know if you guys even know. Jess the best. Jess, are you still in here, love? My moderator, Jess the best. Before she went on vacation in Hawaii, she lost a cousin. There she go, right there. So this is a subject that is very near and dear to both of us. I can't speak for Jess. I can only speak for me. But it's just it's touchy. So y'all please make sure you keep prayers up for Jess and her family, because they've got the same situation in front of them. They have to bury a loved one that left under the same circumstances. Okay, Lawanda. Yes, it is unreal. You're welcome, sweetheart. You're welcome. Lawanda, okay, hold on. I am not going off what anyone is saying. I'm speaking on the phone call I heard with my own ears. Okay, so he put it on his platform. Is that what he did, hon? Lawanda? He played it so everyone could hear, huh? Well, Benjamin, it depends on your own personal opinion. Some people believe that it was, something different, and some people believe it was an accident. Hi, Angelina. How are you, sweetie? I'm doing good. Benjamin, to me right now, and I'm only speaking for myself, I believe it was an accident, personally. That's just me. Exactly, Donna. We never know the date nor the hour. It was really unfortunate. Either way it goes. Oh, thank you, Angelina. Either way it goes, it's a very hurtful situation that we lost a beautiful young man. He was still young. He was younger than me. And that's young to me. Very talented man. Had a lot going for him. And he wasn't hurting in the industry. He wasn't blackballed. He wasn't none of those things. So, only time will tell. Yeah. Retreader says paperwork went to Costa Rica, came back with receipts. Looking at that, it's a confirmed fact it was a shrine. Costa Rica, that part of that island is a no-go period. The basic could start at home. Hey, Barbara.
Hey.
Hey, love.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going, love?
Good.
I'm about to cut mine off too, because you know what I'm about to do.
Yeah,
you go
that's
right
what I'm
ahead
about.
and talk.
That's what I'm about to do myself.
Go right ahead, sweetheart.
Yes. Yeah, but I've been watching paperwork, and he's been digging all into it. And like I said, whenever he says or goes into a certain topic, they'll come out with something.
Uh-huh.
So I'm starting to believe people are watching his channel, like he
Exactly.
always say.
Yes.
And when he was out there in Costa Rica too, people rolled by him on that beach on horses.
Uh-huh.
And they're saying those were feds. So I don't know. I think they were expecting him down there in Costa Rica because the stuff he's saying about the chief, he hung out with the chief for 2.5 hours.
Uh-huh.
And I think they already had a story for him.
Okay.
Because it was crazy. On the news, they were saying that it was a doctor there and some guy, a Nicaraguan that saved him, was in ICU. He was in critical condition, but he was out of the hospital in 2.5, 3 days. So I'm like, if you're in critical condition, I don't think you get out that fast. And
I wouldn't think so.
Then a so-called lifeguard came on the news saying that he was there with his friends, and his friends happened to be doctors and lifeguards too, and they had to go and get him from the bottom of the ocean. It was like, so these are days after. Each day it was a different story coming out.
Right.
I'm like, why are they coming out with all these stories? That's what made me think it's suspicious. I'm not thinking that the mother had anything to do with it, though. That lady that cussed him out, it wasn't his mom's voice.
Okay. Well, Retreta says your son went there on his own. Malcolm did not go to that part of the beach on his own. And can you tell me how you can prove that, Retreta?
Well, the chief said that Tanisha told him she went to get something to eat. She was gone for 15 minutes, but she came back with no food.
Okay. But
and it's like you got to go through the jungle to get to that part of the beach.
So how did he get there then? Somebody drugged him and carried him out there? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I don't know how he got there. But the chief said that Malcolm was laying because a Costa Rican newspaper took pictures. And the chief told paperwork Malcolm was laying in between the two vehicles. And I blew that picture up. I didn't see nobody on the ground. You know?
Yeah.
And then the lady that they said that was Tanisha standing with the cops. And one of the cops told paperwork that she had been texting back and forth with Tanisha for a few days, for about a week.
Who had been texting back and forth with
the lady cop?
Oh, the lady cop. Okay.
The thing is, they don't even take police reports out there. They write notes. It's like, why they didn't take her in for questioning if they, had any suspicions. And anyway, it's just so many different stories. First, they said he went for an early morning swim, sunrise swim.
Yeah.
Then it was afternoon, mid-morning. Then it became afternoon. Then they said he was trying to save his daughter. And I don't think Malcolm would have let his 8-year-old daughter into that water.
What is the thing with the footprints in the sand?
Exactly. They told paperwork that those were Malcolm's footprints. And I don't think that's true. So they told
him that.
Yeah. I don't think so, because the water would have washed the
tide would wash that away.
Exactly. And that he got there. He went there the following week. The footprints wouldn't have stayed that long.
No, there's no way there would be footprints. And as I recall, I saw shoe prints.
Yeah, I saw shoe prints as well. It looked like some animal prints, all that.
So, I mean, who's creating a narrative here? It doesn't necessarily have to be paperwork.
I don't know, but all I know is he was writing a documentary on Hollywood stuff, and Ice Cube is supposed to be talking about it soon, because he was in on it too, exposing Hollywood.
Well, we've seen a lot of that come out lately.
I said if anybody wanted to get him, when she left the paper crumbs of the itinerary, anybody would know. And then they had a picture of Malcolm when he was at the airport. There was
Right.
some man standing beside him.
In
And
line.
he looked, no, they were like, I don't know if they were in line or at the counter, but
Mhm.
Malcolm looked real strange. And the guy, he didn't show his face. And that was strange. Everything is so strange about it. It's not just cut and dry. And then they were saying that the autopsy that they did that came out 2 days later, there was no water in his lungs.
Well, because there's more than one way of asphyxiation.
Yeah, but
drowning.
water, when you drown, your lungs are filled with water.
Not necessarily, because there's more
No.
than one way to asphyxiate. I can hardly ever say that word, but
I know.
I did look it up as far as asphyxiation due to drowning.
Yes.
There's more than one. Something could have gotten lodged in his throat.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a possibility. I'm just
Okay.
saying that. I'm not saying that's the case.
People
I'm
are
just saying-
saying that about the autopsy, but I haven't seen an autopsy. And so I don't know. They were saying that the medical examiner over there is missing.
Oh, the medical examiner is missing now?
Yeah. And the medical examiner said that he had to be gone before he hit the water.
So he put that in writing in the autopsy?
Well, yeah, somebody else signed off on it, and they redacted a whole bunch of stuff. Somebody that's not a medical examiner signed off. I don't know if they even did a toxicology or any of that. Don't nobody know. Don't nobody even know if that's true about the medical examiner. Because so many stories are coming out.
Correct.
And then that chief of police, I'm like, I didn't really want paperwork to go to Costa Rica. I thought it was too dangerous.
Yeah. One thing is very dangerous about Costa Rica, and that's that water.
Yeah. But they had places that he showed the beaches where the people go.
Right.
Which was not even far from where Malcolm was. That have cameras and all that.
Well, you know my take on that one.
Paperwork said he's gonna try to get in touch with that Costa Rican newspaper because they printed everything. But over here we don't know because we're in the United States. That's a whole nother country.
Right. So it's just left up to people's imaginations, basically. And I think that's where the problem becomes.
Stuff that he got from the police. He said when he went in there, it's like they were expecting him.
Right. Well, and see, again, I go back to the police. Just like with Angie Stone, I focused more on the police's involvement.
Exactly.
With all of that, because the police, 9 times out of 10, when something is foul in an investigation, the police are covering up their inability to do their job correctly.
Correct.
9 times out of 10, that's the case.
Yeah.
So, of course, if they're trying to cover up their shoddy police work, they're going to try to point the blame to someone else.
Yes.
So that's right. A possibility.
And then the police, why would you want to ride a person around when he had his own security?
Oh, Malcolm had his own security?
No, paperwork did.
Oh, paperwork is security all by itself, shoot.
He had a security team. And
as he should.
The cops told him to come and ride with him, and they took him all around. The cops, the chief also told him that there was no doctor there. There was the doctor, his wife looks just like Malcolm's wife.
Wow.
And they say that's where her family is from. But the doctor looks like his wife looks like Tanisha. Like they could be twins.
That's crazy.
It
Well,
is.
again, I'm still,
And then the chief said they got there 20 minutes after it happened. So, uh, who, and you didn't see nothing? How did Malcolm get in between the trucks? Who drug him up
Yeah.
there?
Well, you know what? Let me just say this. I'm gonna put this up. The sad part, the Shanquilla Robinson case has photos of what happened to her, and nothing is happening to these people.
Exactly.
What does that tell you?
Exactly. And that's
So,
exactly what paperwork said. He said, I
when you
think we're not going to be able to solve Malcolm's because where it was at, somebody over here would have to want to go over there and investigate. The FBI or somebody. The alphabet people, as they call them. But we don't have jurisdiction over there, so
right,
it's whatever they say.
Right. Well, you know what? The bottom line is this. Just like I would have to say, this chat is split half and half.
They were saying at one time his mom was having a private investigation done. And that statement just tripped me out because it came out hours after the encounter with paperwork. And that statement came out. Who knows? She might not have even written that because that wasn't her on the phone. She said it was. And the first call that he made, he offered his condolences. She said, "Oh, thank you. It's so nice of you." And she hung up, and he called back, and that's when she went off. She started cussing him out. Real nice way, though, not like the way if we want to cuss somebody out, we would do it. You could tell it wasn't a black person doing it.
Leanne says, okay, all of these things that are being said, have any of these things been literally verified, or are these assumptions or hearsay of what, quote, was told, unquote, but is it true?
A lot of the stuff
How will
is
we
from
really know the truth?
A lot of the stuff is from what the chief had told him, and I think he said he has some of the notes from the chief. He's not. He hasn't dropped anything. A lot of stuff yet.
Okay.
He's telling us piece by piece and showing us stuff. He showed us the picture on the beach with Tanisha standing with the cops. And he said the chief was wondering why she wasn't caring about her daughter and the 5-year-old that was supposed to be with them. And I don't know if they even ever saw them.
Well, all I can say is this. Despite
because the daughter
all
was
of this,
the daughter was supposedly pulled out the water too. So did she go to the hospital or what?
I'm hearing all these different stories, and there's nothing in writing, so to speak, that in any shape, any form of a report, no legitimate report to even stand on. It's at this point, it's hearsay.
Yeah, because they don't even do reports out there. They write notes. I'm like,
well,
notes?
At some point, them notes have to be transferred into a report.
No, they don't. He said they don't even do reports.
Who said that?
Paperwork said that's what the police told him. And
so
they do reports in San Jose, in the city part of Costa Rica.
Paperwork said that the police said that they don't do reports,
and they let him see all the notes they had. He said he couldn't even believe that this is what you guys do.
And this is outside of the country, outside of the United States country, so we don't know how they conduct business.
Yeah, he said they write notes because paperwork wanted to see the report.
Well, that makes it very convenient for these stories.
For anything. If you don't do reports,
and
where's
what
the
do these
paper
stories
trail?
do? It diverts attention away from who should be knowledgeable.
I've been seeing so many people that have, like he said, that crazy song he has, Y'all Be Stealing Content.
Hmm.
Everybody is putting stuff that he put out.
Exactly.
And,
But they're adding their own spin.
Exactly.
That's what pisses me off,
Yeah.
is that I watched someone today literally say that that woman was a lie. When
What
she
woman?
said his job was complete, he transitioned in the water, he didn't suffer. That's a damn lie.
Yeah, I seen.
Well, who are you to
that,
say?
that he came through the water and he left by the water or something like that.
Who are you
Everybody
to...
thought the one word she wrote in there, beatific, was a typo for beautiful, but beatific is a word.
Well, it's picking this woman's words apart ain't solving nothing.
I know.
She's still a grieving mother.
What mother would say stuff like this?
No mother. I don't care what they want to say about, oh well, she ain't no different than what's his name, Usher's mom.
I think they're saying that because of that telephone call when she said she didn't care, and
that's BS.
Said,
you know why?
And she said, I don't have a son.
Yeah, because he died.
Yeah.
That's something I would probably say too.
Yeah.
My son is gone.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I said that.
Everybody is just going with different stories everywhere. They got the psychics on there saying stuff.
Benjamin, I don't know, sweetheart. I didn't know.
Yes,
know
I
he was
seen
married.
somebody in your chat said to look at some lady, Sloan, somebody.
The psychic woman.
Yeah, I don't know who she is, but
I know who they talking about.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not playing. No, unless she was there to investigate. I'm not interested in anything.
I have a friend that someone, an acquaintance that I knew. We chatted on Facebook through the Kanika Jenkins case. Her best friend died by drowning on June 23rd, I believe it was, out in Lake Michigan.
Wow.
You know,
so it's tragic.
Yeah, a lot of people are drowning.
Yeah,
the only thing that gets me is all the different stories.
Yeah.
All the different stories. Why is it so many different stories? Kind of almost like Angie Stone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I know Malcolm was doing a documentary. They even have something, I don't know if it's real, it's something else on YouTube that's saying that the wife is breaking her silence. But she's talking about that documentary. And she has, what do you call it? The little drive, the USB that he saved.
USB.
And that they were, he was getting calls telling him to stop it. And he told her, if anything happens, it's not an accident.
Okay, so this is something that was said to him. By him to her.
Yeah,
his wife.
Supposedly, allegedly. And then they were saying that he also sent a text message to a friend and told them that if anything happened, he felt like he was being followed.
Wow.
So I don't know.
Sounds like a movie of the week.
Ice Cube is supposed to do something on what Malcolm was planning. Ice Cube and the other guy that he worked with, Eddie Griffin. They knew about the documentary.
Wow.
So we'll see if that even happens.
Yeah. Well, Barbara, I really appreciate you coming up and giving your 2 cents because
Okay, yeah, I got to run out anyway, but thanks for having me. I love you guys. And
love you too, sweetheart. Thank you
that's
so much.
that's
I
all. I've been
appreciate
getting
you.
stuff from paperwork. So you have to look at his some of his stuff, and you can see where
Hmm.
what people are talking about.
Hmm. Well, all I know is that, it's one thing for paperwork to have his platform, but then when you get these others to jump on and
Yeah,
add their 2 cents and just take away their own, it's just, it pisses me off
he said they
because
were
it's
going to
all
do
about
that too.
sensationalism,
Yeah,
and she is that's a damn lie. You basically saying that God had nothing to do with this,
they supposed to be so scared of stuff
that part.
from Angie. You
Where
remember?
was all that? Where was all that fire during it? I recall that person dropping out real quick because she got scared.
Uh-huh. And if this is true, if it is some elite stuff, people better be careful because they
Hmm.
do be watching.
Yeah. Hi, Anthony. How are you, love?
Okay, Auntie Mickey, I gotta run to the store before it gets dark. I don't
Okay,
be out at
Barbara.
night.
Thank you
Okay.
so much. I
All right.
appreciate you.
Okay, I love you guys.
I love you too.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye. Hey, 8 with the 24. How are you? Well, you know what, you guys. Here, let me turn the camera back on. You know I don't smoke on camera. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I was doing. I was smoking. I do fine, Anthony. Thank you. Here's the thing, is that I would hope and pray that a lot of the outside influences that are preventing any common sense thinking won't be overbearing. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that these other individuals that are not using critical thinking and riding on other people's coattails with their own narrative, with that head going and all that stuff, just let's use plain and common sense. That's all I ask. Because I'm not trying to change anybody's mind. All I did was give you my point of view. My point of view might be wrong, but I'm just saying I feel this way because I've been in those shoes, and no, my son was not a famous person. But just because a man passed away by drowning and he was famous does not mean that somebody took him out. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, y'all. But I appreciate everybody that came in tonight. I love all of you guys. Is there anybody else that wants to come up to the platform and give your 2 cents, because it's welcome here? Exactly, Benjamin. Yes, we do want facts. Anonymous. Welcome, love. We do want facts. Okay. He actually put it in his Instagram early that morning, then played it again on his live. Okay. I'll go listen to it later. But yes, at this point we're hearing a lot of hearsay and speculation. And I think that it's being mixed up with a lot of fact as well. And that's where the waters get muddy. And then to add other people jumping in, calling people lie and all that stuff. It's sad though. Just because they had a private funeral does not mean that there's something hiding, that they're hiding something. There's a perfectly good explanation for having a private funeral because they want to keep it private because of this right here, this type of situation right here. Absolutely, Faith. Faith says, personally, I think it was too many hands and Angie Stone's case, public opinion has been compromised. I agree, Faith. I agree. Okay, Faith, hold on just a second.
Well, I'm just checking in.
All right, baby.
Okay.
Put your shirt on.
No, I am. I took it off. I took it off at like the house.
Okay.
You got the dog.
Huh?
We got the dog.
What dog?
The dog. Remember the one in Spanaway?
Oh, you did.
Super beautiful.
Oh.
My mom wants to name it Ari.
Oh, okay. Let's see, Anonymous. Hi, Carol Curry. Anonymous says, what do you all think the mother of Malcolm Jamal really knows about her son? I know she knows this, that he's gone. I know that she knows that her baby boy is gone. And from a mother's standpoint, that's a hard pill to swallow. That's a hard pill to swallow. Have a private funeral and not invite his best friend, that's suspect. Either that's suspect or that's just they didn't want no other people there. That doesn't have to be suspect. They don't want more attention. I'm not excusing anything. It does look strange. But there can be other reasons for that. We don't know what went on behind the scenes between that friend and that mother, or Malcolm Jamal Warner for that matter. We don't know. Again, what do we think and know about the mother of actor Malcolm Jamal Warner? We know that she was his mother. Or what? What are you trying to say, Anonymous? Spit it out. What do you know about her? We assume they don't want any more attention. I would say that's a safe assumption. But the operative word here is assumption. We can assume all we want. But I mean, if you're looking at plain and common sense, that would be the most likely reason that that they didn't want more attention. They don't want all this hoopla because it's already gotten out of hand. She's an Eastern star and probably a part of the elite. So that means what? See, people read into privacy as something wrong. There must be something wrong because they want privacy. Who do they think they are? People want to pick apart what people are involved in their everyday life and put it into something to be more than it should be. We need facts and someone to present those unknown facts to. Absolutely anonymous. You hit the nail on the head right there. Facts, not assumption. That's right, Millionaire's Code. Absolutely. Well, I'll drop the link one more time. If anybody wants to come in and give their 2 cents, I am definitely willing to have you up here. You are free to say what's on your mind, loves. There's a witness about the true character of the mother of the actor Malcolm Jamal Warner. Okay, so there's somebody out there that's willing to tell what she's really all about. Is that what you're saying, Anonymous? That's interesting. Absolutely not. And I have yet to see anything that says that he was sacrificed. Faith, you can, if you don't want to turn on your camera, you don't have to. Hey, if there's something out there that gives that, shed some light on that, bring it. Bring it. Faith tried to come in just now, but I guess she couldn't get on. Anonymous, would you like to come up, my love? It kicked you off? That's weird. I seen you come up, but it didn't come. It said your device wasn't connected. Come on, Anonymous. Come on up here, because now you've piqued my interest. I'm going to put the link in the chat for you, sweetheart. Because I want a real dialogue. A real dialogue about this. Nobody want to come up? I'll give it a couple more minutes. I know someone who would like to report the mother of Malcolm Jamal Warner. Okay, Anonymous. I know someone who would like to report the mother of Malcolm Jamal Warner. Report her how, hun? I mean, if you're going to talk about it, be about it. I'm just saying. As it stands right now, and I'm going to say my piece about it again, is my own personal opinion. I believe it was an accident. Point blank, period. I haven't seen anything that makes me believe otherwise. So, unless I see something, if I see some valid documentation, receipts, whatever people want to call it, until I see that, I'm going to believe it was an accident. Who's to say it wasn't an accident and the police didn't even investigate it properly? Of course, they gonna cover up stuff. They would love for the attention to be taken away from them. Same thing with Angie. The question is, if there are some unknown proof of the murder of Malcolm Jamal Warner, who would the facts and charges be reported to? I would hope to the law enforcement, and I wouldn't rely on just their law enforcement in their country. No matter who you report it to, it's never going to bring him back, but it sure would bring some closure if something happened or occupants. What do you mean, hon? Yes, you would report it to someone involved with that case if there is a case at all. So what do you mean by occupants? You mean occupants like people that were with him or that lived with him? Or FBI? I would think that you could report that to the FBI. But see, all this cloak and dagger stuff hasn't solved anything. It's just bringing more questions. There is a case. Okay. Well, if there's a case, that's a good thing. If the FBI is there and they're investigating, then that's a good thing. I would trust the FBI over the local law enforcement over there in Costa Rica. Anonymous, you are very cryptic. Say it with your chest. Say what you want to say, because you're speaking in other ways. I'll put it like that. No. You don't want to say it? Trust no one. Well, that exactly. Trust only in God. That's the point I'm saying right now. Trust in God and God only. Trust in God and God only. That's the best thing you've said all night. I totally agree with you there. Absolutely, Donna. Yes, Lorraine, I'm still Ninja Bonics. In what other ways? I'm not sure. Are you asking me a question, sweetheart, or are you asking someone else? In what other ways? If there's a case, then there's reporting to authorities of however many you need to report it to, but move cautiously with these things. Have true facts. Closure is a positive thing. Yes. Well, I do know this. The bottom line is we lost a very, very talented man. Very talented man who had a lot going for him. But when you said something about God, that's where I'm coming from. When God says it's time, it's time. I just have a problem with someone saying to that mother when she says his time was, over. And a parent are not supposed to sacrifice the life of their own child. That is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. True facts and proof. So, I believe you're saying that there are facts and proof to say that she sacrificed her own child. Is that what you're saying, Anonymous? That's what I'm saying, Charles. A bunch of people on YouTube speculating is one thing. But if there's something that's gone awfully wrong and it involves other people that are the cause of him losing his life, and that they should be held accountable. But as it stands right now, there's a lot of speculation and no receipts, no proof that says that was the case. A lot of accusations, a lot of speculations, a lot of assumptions don't mean jack. Well, with that said, I'm going to say this. God is in control. Point blank, period. People can pull strings, assume, manipulate, but at the end of the day, God is still in control. And what's done in the dark will come out in the light. Right, Charles? Defamation talk going on? What kind of defamation? Can you identify what defamation you mean, Chad? She sacrificed her child, aka Malcolm Jordan, way back when he was under the age of 16. Oh, that's what you're referring to, that she got him into the business, so to speak. You've got proof for that. But we're talking about his demise, his actual losing of his life, and how that happened. If there's proof on all that stuff, when a court of law wants to address that, they'll address that. But that has nothing to do with what physically happened to him when he lost his life. Good night, Faith. I love you too. And what? You don't have to keep talking in cryptics. Just say it with your chest, baby. Because I'm curious to see where you're coming from with this. Premeditated years before it occurred. And you're saying that there's proof of that. Am I correct in my assumption? Or is that what you're saying? I will trust in what the Creator reveals, if anything. Because again, we don't know anything, only He knows, because the Creator sees all. And that's all who truly needs to know. Definitely, God is definitely in control. And this is definitely not a game. This is for sure. Yes, it does have something to do with the loss of his life. His mother knows she's wrong. Okay, well, I guess we'll see when we see, Anonymous. Because typing them on a chat room screen is not proving anything. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll put it like that. All right, y'all. Well, with all that said, I think it's time to wrap this up. We've had a very interesting conversation this evening. And I just encourage each and every one of you to follow your heart and follow your plain and common sense. Follow critical thinking. Because we do live in a time that anything can happen. I was saying the same thing, I am Crystal, but he doesn't want to come up here. But here's my thing. God is in control. We need to know to stop the outlaws who premeditated, especially against their own child. Okay, well, that doesn't solve anything. That's an accusation, Anonymous. That's not a receipt. That's an accusation. I agree, Fonda. It is. It is very emotional. East 95th off St. Clair Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio. And that's supposed to mean what, Anonymous? What does that address represent, dear? East 95th off St. Clair Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio. Can you elaborate on that? An accusation is what you call it. Okay, is that an accusation that I'm calling it, or an assumption? Because see, you're speaking in circles here. You're speaking very cryptic. You're speaking in puzzles. And if you know something, spit it out. If you know something, spit it out. I know something too. He had a mother. She lost her son. Yeah, Anonymous. I think it's time that you go, sweetheart. Matter of fact, we're going to shut this whole chat down. How about that, sweetheart? It's time to go. That is the street that the mother of Malcolm Jamal was at years ago when she first knowingly sacrificed the life of her son. Okay. All right, Anonymous. Well, thank you so much for your input. I appreciate you. You've definitely made it very interesting tonight. And again, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody in here. With all that said, we're going to shut this thing down. It has been told. Okay. Okay, hon. Well, we're going to shut this down tonight. And I appreciate you all. Okay. Let's be kind to one another. Did she really love her son? Love her son. Is that LOCE supposed to be love? I would hope if that's the word love that you're trying to say, then proof is too much for you bad. Bye. Okay. Well, Anonymous, thank you so much for coming this evening. I appreciate you. And you have a wonderful evening. All of you have a wonderful evening, okay? Good night, y'all. Peace to you. We'll be back tomorrow night, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And tomorrow is game night. Okay? We're going to have Name That Gospel Tune. Oh, Urban, I'm good. I'm good. I'm very good. Yes, love, not lace. Okay. Love, not. Okay. Thank you, Anonymous, for that clarification. But you guys have a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Good night.
Hey, Mickey. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. So fine, you blow my mind. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. So fine, you. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine.
Hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing.